Virgo, welcome to your reading for the month of November. You have Tiger with doing something risky, taking a chance, with pleasure with a close friend, teardrops, great personal sorrow, and December. Then we have for the month of March, new home, new attitude with broom and marriage. I like this. As oracle card, we have Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past life. I really feel this is it. I really feel this is it, Virgo. And it says, it is time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release, ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiring date. Let me read it again. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expired date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. I think you are resisting. It's really hard for me to read. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma and of, you see? This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of lives past. What old ways of being have you feel like have an expiring date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. And why this difficulty of mine to read? Because you feel stuck. In the month of November, you realize, and maybe you will think so many times, that you don't know what you have to do. You don't know which choices to make. You don't know which path to follow. You are not seeing ahead because maybe you are still holding on to these old patterns, and now it's the time to release them. So listen to this advice, take it as it resonates for you, and I hope it does the best for us both, because I'm a Virgo rising as well. Something you need to avoid, the Fool comes here in reverse, and we had the Tiger here as doing something risky, take a chance. However, this card comes in the avoidance state, which means, yes, do learn to take the risks, do dare to be different, but also really evaluate which risks are you taking. You can take, a lot of risks trying new things for the first time because it's the Fool card. However, you don't need to really completely make a fool of yourself. So avoid that, because the Ace of Coins is here, something to embrace. You really need to understand that definitely some doors are closing here for you. Something that you would like to be invested in you and something that you would like to invest, that door probably will be closed. There are some potentials that when we had these potential gates, opportunities coming, and we didn't take them. This is what I feel. We didn't take them, and now they are being taken away. So new paths will come, but November is for us to understand that the path is to understand that some things are not meant for us, are not to come true, and we need to change our point of view, our mentality, the way we communicate to the outside world, even, because the path comes here for you to understand that the way we were thinking does no longer serve the future you. So it needs to die off, because the Seven of Scepters is here. I think you have been trying and even competing with the other people to show your value. And you need to grow. You need to understand you don't need validation. Other people do not define you. You define yourself. And then other people around that resonate with your vibration will come to your life. But you are surrounded by people that make you feel like you are not good enough. And therefore, you keep on trying for their approval. Cut that, Virgo. Because, the Knight of Hearts. And when I was taking these cards, I really felt that if this is a love reading, there is someone that, always had this flirty energy. Maybe this person is already in your life, but this person is not taking a chance with you, is not going ahead, or when it does, it takes you for a fool. So he plays around with you, or she plays around with you. And this person, it has the expiring date, Virgo, okay? You are more than you think you are. In fact, it's about time you think differently and let go of this. There's an emotional attachment. If this is not a person, there's an emotional attachment that never really provided a safe space for your emotions. And you need to let go of this, engaging with these kind of energies, because the High Priestess comes here twice. And this is you. This is you receiving higher messages, receiving your higher self, your divine guidance to become your highest version in terms of your soul. Your soul is saying, I have a lot of wisdom that you are resisting to receive because you are too scared to get out of that trap. Karma, ego death is what I feel in this reading, is to live your life. Because, yes, so old ways of thinking, they need to die off. And the Page of Scepters is exactly the outcome or the goal of your reading for November, which is you need to stop communicating in a way that first doesn't reflect your higher self, doesn't reflect the maturity you already have. I feel like you are very inconsistent sometimes, the way you feel and the way you express and the way your mind is thinking that it's better for you. Because you're resisting, you keep holding on this idea that you need to be there. And this needs to stop. You need to change, because I think once you realize this is you, you might have a relationship with a soulmate, not a soulmate, I would say twin flame, that you may be detaching from and bonding. And if this is not the case of a love reading, then you will be understanding that you don't find love in places where you don't receive it back. Doesn't bring harmony, peace to your heart, or even a good feeling. Once you realize this, the outdoor, not the outdoor, but your environment, the things around you will start bringing new opportunities. That, because you are still in the old pattern or in transition, you may not recognize as being good for you, but this will give you the chance of restarting. Maybe you'll find a new love. Maybe you will, you'll find a new job, a new way of living, a new hobby. Because, and again, we have the Knight of Swords here reverse. I think you are afraid of, being aggressive and saying no and choosing different things. But deep inside you, you need to take these actions. You know you have to do it because, again, the High Priestess, you are supposed to be this higher version of yourself that you are afraid to show. But you are not surrounding yourself with the people that can support that goodness inside of you. Be ready. Pay attention to your dreams, to what you say, to songs playing to you, because the messages are coming for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Virgo. If you did, do like, subscribe, and follow. And if you want a personal reading with me, do let me know here on social media. Otherwise, I'll see you in your next reading.